Wildcats, Mr. Graber here to give some awards for our first assembly of the year. And so I'll tell you a little about each one of them because some of you guys might be kind of new to our building. So our first award that we give is called our Service Above Self Award. And we give that to a third grader who goes above and beyond with their words and actions to help other people. And so this month's recipient of the Service Above Self, which is sponsored by our Harrisonville Rotary Club, is Dane Clausen. Congratulations to Dane. So our next awards are our Wildcats of the Month awards that we give to two first graders, two second graders, and two third graders. And these awards are sponsored by our Harrisonville Police Department, and you will receive a certificate and a yellow t-shirt. And so we'll start with our first grade Wildcats of the Month. And this month's recipients are Bryson Westover and Elena Malone. And our second grade Wildcats of the Month are Raylan Rogers and Jasper Ogletree. And finally, our third grade Wildcats of the Month are Callie Frost and Caden Brown. Congratulations to all of our Wildcats of the Month. And our final award is an award that myself or Mrs. Sumner, the counselors, give to a certain class every month that shows kindness and responsibility and works together as a team. And so this month's award goes to a first grade class that Mrs. Sumner said took good care of their supplies and helped clean up and really left the class a great place to be when they left. So this month's counselor award goes to Mrs. Brown's first grade class. Once again, Mrs. Brown's first grade class.
Hi Wildcats, it's time for our September Character Awards. The Character Trait Awards are given to two students chosen by their classroom teacher who have exhibited respect during the month of September. The recipients are always courteous and show consideration for others. They are fantastic examples to their peers. Congratulations to our Character Award winners for the month of September. Braden Bass, Katra Buckingham, Millie Wolf, Asher Atkin, Colton Hess, Lexi Gott, Maggie McCracken, Wesley Matthews, Owen Kirch, Brinley Caldwell, Max Rain, Robert Jones, William Yang, McKenna Lewis, Elena Thomas, Robert Kime, David Gravy, Harper Hansross, Clara Bross, Butch Heineman, Kalai Taylor, Devin Huckabee, Gavin Gunnert, Kiana Deerdorf, Lakeland Long, Brody Myers, Jackson Parkhurst, Waylon Burnett, Emily Bowman, Nash Berschlotzvik, Ava Baldwin, Elijah Bowers, Truman Dunsmore Walker, Charlotte Waller, Levi Knox, Micaiah Jones, Stella Saunders, Richie Mallett, Riker Dickerson, Allie McFadden, Naomi Hoskins, Oliver Holland, and Alexis Saldana. Congratulations to our Respect Character Trait Award winners for September. Hi Wildcats, it's time for our Mathematician of the Month award. This award is given to one student chosen by their classroom teacher that has done an outstanding job within math over the past month. Whether in-class participation, assignments, or practice, they have gone above and beyond what is expected to achieve more in math. Today, we are presenting our awards to our September mathematicians. Congratulations to the recipients. Hunter Holt, Nolan Hartzell, Winnie Hogan, Macklin Hamilton, Rowan Terwilliger, Lucas Butler, Dalton Descharme, Jack O'Connell, Shaylin Gilbreth, Johnny Guzman, Zachary Manchester, James DeLeon, Grady Rohrvig, Owen Smith, Weston Glenn, Armani Hampton, Kaylin Creasel, Callan Bechtel, Bo Harris, Riley Lucero, Ben McAdams, and Randy Winchell. Congratulations, mathematicians.
Wildcat students and families. For those who don't know me yet, I am Mrs. Hearn, the music teacher, not to be confused with Mrs. Hearn, the first grade teacher, who happens to be my daughter-in-law. And we've been having a great time getting acquainted and reacquainted during the first month and a half of music class, and things are really amping up here in the music room as we have several performances coming up. I hope all of our second grade families are making plans to attend our second grade concerts coming up in a couple of weeks on October 19th here at HES in the gym. Our third graders are just beginning preparations for their musical play that will be performed over at the high school in the Performing Arts Center on December 7th. And later in the year, our first graders and families will want to make plans because we're going to be performing back here at HES in the gym on March 7th. Now, I'd like to congratulate some students who've been doing some amazing work in the music room. And I want to begin by giving out 3 class awards. I'll do this every month. We have a little contest here in the music room, and whichever class earns the most stickers for doing great things in the music room, the class with the most stickers wins what's called the Bravo Music Award. So we kind of had a little bit of an upset in the third grade because there was a class that was ahead all month long, and then at the very last week of September, another class passed them by 1 sticker. So congratulations this month. Mrs. Brown's class earned the September Bravo Award for third grade. In second grade, we had a clear winner. It was Miss Harrigan's class. And in first grade, the winner was Mrs. Mitchell's class. Next, I'd like to recognize some individual students who have been doing some great things in the music room as well. Each month, I'll pick 1 student from each of our classes that are going to be presented what's called the Music Star Award. So I'm going to start with my third grade classes. In Mrs. T. Brown's class, I want to congratulate Lyrics Culver. In Mrs. Comfort's class, Colton Hess. In Mrs. Geary's class, Meredith Blowers. In Mrs. Gerke's class, Ivy Madsen. In Mrs. Hammond's class, Reagan, and I'm probably gonna not say the last name right. I think it's Pesso. In Mrs. Hawkins' class, Erickson Allen. In Mrs. Hopper's class, Emily Bowman. In our second grade classes, I want to congratulate in Miss Harrigan's class, Lakin Dunsmore Walker. In Mrs. Hastings' class, Eliana Evans. In Mrs. Holman's class, Piper Deerdorf. In Mrs. Knight's class, Ava Baldwin. In Mrs. Peters' class, Stella Saunders. In Mrs. Siegenthaler's class, Grace Michaels. And in Mrs. Studley's class, Macy Wood. And now in our first grade classes. In Mrs. Blumquist's class, congratulations to Paisley Kuntz. In Mrs. A. Brown's class, Zoe Stanley. In Mrs. Cooper's class, Brooklyn Kendall. In Mrs. Florence's class, Charlotte Doherty. In Mrs. French Ward's class, Lucas Butler. In Mrs. Hearn's class, Brinley Banks. In Ms. Maxwell's class, Truman Dunsmore Walker. And in Mrs. Mitchell's class, Elizabeth Newsham. Congratulations, my awesome Wildcat musicians.
Hi HES, Coach Thorpe here. I am going to announce our Sportsmanship Award winners for this month. For first grade, it is Phoebe Hogan and Jairo Garcia. Congratulations. Second grade, Lila Bruce and Nick Miller. And third grade is Elena Hunter and Kaden Brown. For our class sportsmanship award, it is Miss Gerke's class. Congratulations.
Good morning, Wildcats. This is Mrs. Lahman from the library, and I am presenting my library award to a class that has done just a great job to start the school year, following directions, doing a great job during checkout time, and participating in class and doing a good job, of course, is getting those books turned in. So I am giving the library award to Mrs. Geary's third grade class. Congratulations.
Hey, hello, Mrs. Bathgate here from Harrisonville Elementary Art Room. I've got our artist awards for this month. First, we've got Blue Team. So Blue Team in every class has done a great job helping each other, cleaning up. So Blue Team will get our award for that. And then our class award for this month is Mrs. Peters' second grade class.